Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on November 8th, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the Power Play option. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go to the Powerball homepage, and the 5 white numbers that just came up were the 12, 14, 26, 48, and 51. Okay, so basically what I do is I take those 5 white winning ball numbers and I put them at the top of this list, okay? And then I take the last 3 drawings and I transfer them over to the game card as red numbers. Okay, so I do the same thing with orange, green, blue, and purple. I have 5 different colors, one to represent each one of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so for this drawing here, I have 14 red numbers, 11 orange, 15 green, 15 blue, and 14 purple. Okay, so over here to the far right, this 175. This represents how many color code drawings I kept track of so far. Okay, so out of this 175, 94 has come up a 3 color combination. Okay, 66 have come up a 4 color combination. 13 have come up a 2 color combination, and only twice has it come up with all 5 colors. Okay, and never has it come up just 1 color. Okay, so since hardly ever do all 5 colors come up, the strategy is right now is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so for this drawing here, my guess is that no purple numbers will be coming up. And the reason why is because purple had a little run down here, okay? It had a run of 5 drawings in a row, okay? And then it had one with 4 up here, okay? And now it just had a little run of 3 drawings here, okay? So again, my guess is that no purple numbers will come up. So I'm going to eliminate the purple numbers off of the game card. Okay, so another way that this has worked as well is over here you can see this 4. This represents how many colors just came up, okay, the color combination. And this last drawing had a 4 color combination. The one before that had a 3 color, okay. Before that was 4, all right. So you can see the pattern here. So what I'm looking at is I see a single 4 here, okay, and one here, 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 down here, okay, right here, and then finally it doubles up down here. Okay, so my guess for this drawing is that this 4 is going to double up. I think there's going to be a 4 right here. So when I pick what I think will be the 5 white winning ball numbers, I'm going to make sure that it has a 4 color combination. Okay, so again, I don't think any purple numbers will be coming up. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like with no purple numbers. Okay, so you can see that I blocked out the purple numbers. So when I block out a number like this, this means that I'm not even going to consider this number when I'm picking what I think will be the 5 white winning ball numbers. Okay, so again, this is what the game card looks like so far. So it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the individual numbers. Okay, so basically how this works is up at the very top is the master for all the numbers. Okay, and over here to the right are the 5 white winning numbers that just came up. They were the 12, 14, 26, 48, and 51. So this 4 means that it hit 4 groups. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this down so you can see all the groups. There's 7 of them. Okay, so first group is 1 through 9. Second is the teens, then 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. So again, there's 7 groups. So again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so for this drawing here, all right, well, basically how I use this is this big square here. This represents 5 different drawings. Okay, so as I go through the video, you're going to see that I like to break things into 5 different drawings so I can see a majority of things. Okay, so here I can see how many hits were in the last 5 drawings here for the 60s, and well, for all the different groups here. Okay, so the one thing that I'm looking at is how hot the 60s have been. Okay, I had 6 hits here in this 5 drawings. And over here I had 7 hits, and then 4, and then 5, 5, okay? So 7 here. So they've been just really hot for a long, long time, okay? So I think that they're just going to cool off, okay? So it missed here, it missed here. So I just think that it's going to miss a 3rd drawing in a row. At least I hope I do. At least I hope it will. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the 60 numbers off of the game card. Okay, so I'm going to scroll to the right here. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like with no purple numbers from the color code and now no 60 numbers from the individual numbers. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so basically I took the numbers and I divided it into 4 different groups and I added color to it. Okay, so when the 5 winning Powerball numbers come up, I put them in the groups here, and I made stats down here. Okay, so this is for the red numbers, the blue, orange, and green. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Powerball homepage, and again, the winning numbers were 12, 14, 26, 48, and 51. Okay, so that 12 was in the red area, the 14 was in the blue, the 26 was in the red, the 48 was in the green, and the 51 was in the orange. Okay, so you can see down here, there was 2 in the red, 1 in the blue, 1 in the orange, 1 in the green. And when it hits all 4 colors like that, I call this a row. Okay, so it doesn't happen every single drawing. Okay, so when there's been multiple rows in a row, then that means that it's just closer to one of these colors having a miss to it. Okay, so I'll show you what a miss looks like. Okay, so here's this yellow, this red area right here. I have 15 option cards, so this is option card number 6. Okay, so the last drawing, again, it was 12 blue, 14 blue, 16 blue, 48 green, and 51 orange. Okay, so the only one that didn't have a winning Powerball number to it was the red area. Okay, so out of all 15 of these option cards, at the very minimum, there's going to be at least 7 of these zeros or misses. Okay, so the strategy is right now is try to guess where these zeros are going to come up. Okay, and then eliminate those numbers from the game card. All right, so for this drawing here, the one that I'm going to go with is number 4, the orange area. Okay, so the reason why I'm picking this is because you can see that the last 3 drawings have 3 rows in a row here. Okay, and when that happens, you can see over here, like 99.9% of the time, there's usually a 0 after that. Okay, it hardly ever goes 4 in a row with these rows. Okay, so I'm just looking at this, and the most obvious one to me is this orange with 20 drawings in a row. Okay, so one of these orange numbers have come up in the last 20 drawings. Okay, so I just think that it's due to miss. Okay, I think there'll be a 0 here. So I'm going to eliminate the orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. You can see group 1, option card number 4, no orange numbers. Okay, and this is still with no purple numbers from the color code and no 60 numbers from the individual numbers. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 1. All right, and the next one that I'm going to pick is number 7, green. Okay, so much like the number 4 with the orange, here's 3 rows here. Okay, and you can see that the green has 18 drawings in a row. All right, so because of this 3 rows and because this is the most obvious one to me, I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so I'm going to go back to group 1. There's one more that I want to pick, and that is option card number 9, the green area. Okay, and why I'm picking this one is because you can see this, how I hit 2 hits here. Okay, so this is pretty popular, having 2 hits like this. Okay, there's 2 up here. All right, here's 2 down here. Now this one, this green area hasn't had a double hit like that for a very long time, until way down here. Okay, so since this is a popular thing among these, I just think that it's been a long time since I've seen one of these in this green area. So I'm going to predict that there's going to be a 0 up here. All right, and this is just going to be 2 here. So if I'm right, then none of these green numbers will be coming up. So I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so I'm done picking from group 1, and now I'm off to the next strategy. Okay, strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 2 numbers. Okay, so much like group 1 where I divided things into 4 different groups, here I divided things into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so the first one I'm going to go with, or actually I'm going to go through on how this works. Okay, so I'm going to point out this red area. Okay, so the stats for the red area is down here. Okay, so you can see that this is a 0, 3 zeros, and then a 2, 1. Okay, so again, I like to keep track of every 5 drawings so I can see a majority of things. Okay, so this 0 means that none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. And of course, this 2 means that 2 out of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. Okay, so again, having the majority of things, if there's 3 or more zeros, then I color this blue for cold. If there's 3 or more hits, I color it red for hot. And this way I can look over things as the drawing goes on. I can see what has been hot and what has been cold. Okay, as a color. So the one that I'm going to go with for this drawing, okay, is I think that there's going to be a 0 right here in this yellow area. Okay, so I have 15 of these option cards, okay, and they all look the same as far as the stats of red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow. Okay, so the only thing is that the colors that they represent are different. Okay, so again, for this drawing here, you can see how hot this yellow has been. Okay, lots of red compared to the blue. So again, I think there's going to be a 0 here. So I'm going to eliminate these yellow numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so you can see that there's no yellow numbers here at all. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2. And the next one I'm going to pick is number 8, orange. Okay, so again, all the stats are right here as far as red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow. Okay, so I'm looking at this orange. Okay, so I think that there's going to be a 0 right here. All right, so I'm going to eliminate all these orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so you can see that I'm eliminating numbers off of here. Okay, reducing the numbers down from 69 to whatever numbers I feel comfortable reducing them down to. All right, so I'm going to go back to group 2. All right, and the next one that I'm going to pick is number 14, gray. Okay, so here's the 14, and here's the gray section right here. So I think there's going to be a 0 right here. So you can see how hot this gray area has been. So I'm going to eliminate these gray numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And I'm going to go for one more in group 2. All right, and that is option card 15, the red area. Okay, so I'll show you what the red area looks like. Okay, so you can see that it's been kind of hot lately, and now I think that it's going to be a 0 right here. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these red numbers off of the game card. Okay, so that's it as far as eliminating numbers. Okay, so you can see that I got 3 here, 2 over here for 5, and 4 more numbers right here, so I got a total of 9. So I reduced the numbers from 69 numbers down to 9 numbers. Okay, so hopefully I picked all the right picks that I need to make, and hopefully one of these 5 numbers, okay, the 5 numbers will be coming up out of this 9. Okay, hopefully. So to help me pick these numbers, I'm going to go to the next strategy. And that is strategy number 5, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the 50-50 picks. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so there's going to be a majority of either odd numbers or even numbers, or numbers to the low side or numbers to the high side, or the left side or the right side. Okay, so I like to keep track of that and try to guess what the majority will be. Okay, so far out of 218 drawings, okay, and that's from when the Powerball went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, so that was October 7th, 2015. Okay, so out of this 215 drawings, 108 drawings have been the majority of odd numbers, and 110 drawings have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, so for this drawing here, I'm going to guess that there's going to be more odd numbers than even numbers. Okay, and here, I think that there's going to be more to the low side, okay, than the high side. So I think more numbers will be in this blue area than the red area. And then next, for the left and right here, I think more will be to the left side, okay? And only because it's behind by 6 drawings here, so I think that it's on its way to catching up. Okay, so again, I think more numbers will come up in this red area than the blue area. Okay, and the last one is this red and blue. Okay, and for this one here, you can see that the red is so far ahead that I think blue is going to be catching up as well. So I think that there's going to be more numbers to the blue area than the red area. Okay, so I do have this for the Powerball itself. All right, there's 26 red numbers. So I like to keep track of what I can. Okay, so in this column here, the blue numbers mean that it was a low number, 1 to 13, and red means it's a high number, 14 to 26. Okay, so you can see that blue has been on a little roll here. Okay, and red just got off a roll. So I'm thinking that this next number up here will be red, which means it will be a high number, okay, 14 and above. And over here, red means that it's an odd number, and blue means that it's an even number. Okay, so just looking through the past here, I think that this is going to be red as well. So I think the next Powerball will be a high odd number. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the game card. And here's the 50-50 picks. So again, I think there's going to be more odds than evens. Okay, I think there'll be more to the low side than the high side. I think it will be more to the left side than the right side. And I think it will be more to the blue area than the red area. Okay, so off to the next strategy. Strategy number 6, picking the numbers I hope will hit from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so here's what I do for this. Okay, I have an overview of group 2. Okay, and I'll get to it here in a second. Okay, so here's what the overview looks like. All right, so again, I have 15 option cards. All right, so I'm going to go back to this group 2 so I can show you real quick. All right, so again, they all look the same as far as the stats of red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, and yellow. Okay, so there's 15 of these red areas, 15 blue, and so on. Okay, so here's the overview of all the red areas. You can see the last drawing had 7 hits and 8 misses to it. Okay, so since I have 15 option cards, the magic number here is 8. Okay, so if there's 8 or more misses, I color this blue for cold. If there's 8 or more hits, I color it red for hot. Okay, so this helps me be able to predict what's going to be hot as a group and what's going to be cold as a group. Okay, so I'm looking at this purple one here. Okay, usually when it goes 5 blues in a row, usually it's due to have a red to it. Okay, so I'm just going to roll with that. Okay, so could it go 6 blue? Absolutely. Could go 6, 7. The longest it's been is 8. But usually when it goes 5, then, you know, it's like a good 80-85% chance that it's going to be red on the next drawing. Okay, so I'm going to predict that there's going to be lots of hits in the purple area. Okay, so what that means is I'm just going to go back to option card number 1 here. Okay, so again, out of all these option cards, all 15 of them, I think there's going to be a lot of hits in the purple areas. Okay, at least 8 or more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what's left on the game card from these purple areas. Okay, so as I go back to the game card here, okay, the first one that I'm choosing here is 13. Okay, so as I go back to group 2 here, you can see that this is the option card number 1, the purple area, and the only one that's left is the 13. Okay, and here that is right here. So I wrote it down right here. Okay, so I did that with all 15 option cards. All right, so this is what I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 option cards. A couple of them have no numbers that represent, and some have a couple. Some have just 1, some have up to 3 here, as you can see. Okay, so the ones that make sense to me, all right, is I'm going to go to the next strategy first. Okay. Strategy number 7, picking my numbers. So the numbers I'm going to go with for this drawing are the 1, the 13, the 27, the 42, and the 52. Okay, so there's a couple things that help me make this decision, okay? And one is the color code. Okay, so like I said, I thought there was going to be another 4 coming up. So I wanted to make sure that when I picked the numbers, there was going to be 4 colors that were represented. Okay, so again, the numbers I'm going with is I'm going to go back to it. Is 1, 13, 27, 42, and 52. So you can see that the 1 is green, the 13 is green, the 27 is red, the 42 is orange, and the 52 is blue. Okay, so that gives me that 4 color combination that I'm looking for. Okay, and the next thing that helped me make my decision on this is in group 1 here, option card number 10. Okay, so why this helped me here is because you can see this single row, okay? And a lot of times these rows double up like over here, all right? So over here on this option card number 10, I have 26 of these single rows here, okay? It hasn't doubled up since way down here, okay? So there's lots of single rows, and I just think that this is a really good opportunity to double up. So I want to make sure that I pick the 5 numbers that are going to represent each one of these 4 color groups. Okay, so here I got the 1 is orange, the 13 is green, the 27 is red, okay, and the 42 is blue. Okay, and the 52 is green. So again, it's the orange that 1 is orange, 13 is green, 27 is red, 42 is blue, and that represents all 4 colors right there. Okay, so one more thing that helped me pick these numbers is in the individual numbers here. You can see here how this hit 4 groups, okay? And it's been a while since a 5 has come up, okay? So 5 usually comes up, you know, just from the history of things. It usually comes up in every 5 drawings here. So it hasn't in this 5, and it hasn't so far in this 3. So I just think that it's due to have a 5 here. Okay, so I want to hit 5 different groups. So you can see that the 1 is a group, okay, 1 to 9. 13 is a group in the teens. 27 is in the 20s. 42 is in the 40s, and 52 is in the 50s. Okay, so that's another reason why I went with this number. Okay, and again over here with the purple, it will give me 10 hits and 5 misses. Okay, so as I go back to group 1 here, I'm going to go back to the group 2 overview. Okay, so here in the purple area, I think this is going to read a 10 and then a 5, and I think will be red up here. Okay, so again, the numbers that I'm going with for this drawing are 1, 13, 27, 42, and 52. Alright folks, I'm always looking for people to play my game, so instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system. 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You could read the fine print, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. Alright folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.